Salakia, man, real talk. If I may, I'm gonna just say shalom, man. Lord of Christ to all in Israel, man. Because we got to get into this, man. Commander General Yohanna is such a powerful spirit, man, because the things that he's been saying is before our very eyes right now. It's happening. It's going on. You know what I'm saying? These are things that have been prophesied by Commander General Yohanna, man, and by all the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K. But we all have been taught by Commander General Yohanna, man. You see what I'm saying? And we told y'all that civil war, race wars and all these things are coming. And y'all worried about a vaccine. Last week, your number one concern was a vaccine. Don't take it. It's the mark. It's this, and they trying to kill you and this, that, and the other. Let me tell you something. These white people are attacking their own capital. Their own capital. Why your dumb tail worried about a vaccine? A vaccine. Death and destruction is close to your door, and you just shot off 100 rounds of your ammo. Celebrating Janus. Celebrating a pagan holiday. You just shot off ammo. And these people are ready to attack you, man. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. The attack is ready. You not ready. You not ready. You tick-tocking and twerking. You doing everything that's abominable, that's gross to the Most High. While they've been training for this moment. The priests and prophets of the ISUPK has been telling y'all, man, since 1969, that our oppressor is the devil the Bible speak of, man. And everything he does is going to be to deceive you. Do you understand that? We have white terrorists busting into the Capitol, breaking windows out after just wanting to shoot and kill protesters here in Louisville, Kentucky, for doing less than that. They took their water, they beat them over the head, they body slammed them, they did all manner of wickedness to them. But when their people attack the Capitol, what do? There's a video of a black man running up the stairs with his baton. This is the Capitol of the United States of America. He's running from these white people. If these would have been Crips, Bloods, GDs, Vice Lords, etc., smashing on the Capitol because of police brutality, man, they would have been shot dead busting out windows. It's you know what, man? I ain't gonna be Christian with y'all and say I got a heavy heart, but I do got a heavy mind, man. I got a heavy mind because it's disgusting how y'all love a people who hate you, man. They hate you. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to ever be favorable in the eyes of the Most High. The Most High does not care about non-Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Do you understand that? While you're on TV and social media and all of these different outlets speaking about, oh, it's Civil War time. Well, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, whose side you gonna be on? If there's a civil war, who are you fighting with? Are you gonna be on the so-called Democratic side? Because there's white supremacists on the Democratic side. Are you gonna be on the Republican side where there's white supremacy? Where do you fit in, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? Where do you fit in? A civil war? You shouldn't say that without wanting to come into the ranks of the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General Yohanna. Because there's gonna be nothing civil about a war between white people. And they will use black Hispanics and Native Indians to their advantage. You don't think there's gonna be black folks on the side of the Republicans? It may be less, but there will be. You don't think there's gonna be Hispanics on the side of the Republicans? Of course there is. So ultimately, once again, our enemy has caused God's chosen people to fight and kill themselves over heathen laws, heathen ways, and heathen seductions, man. That's why this class of sin and sinners is so important. Because America promotes sin. And it promotes the sinner. That's why the most popular people in Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian culture are all sinners. All of them. And they all promote sin. Every single last one of them. Go down the list of the most popular 100,000 so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. They are all living a life of sin, and they are sinners. Because sin is transgression of the law. They don't give a damn about the law, but they'll get on social media and get on the TV today and talk about the white man's law, saying what the other white men are doing at the Capitol is treason. Do you know how stupid you look, black man? Trying to invoke treason on a white man in his government? That's why that white man walked up to that security guard and said, "This is our country. This is our America." And that black man with that baton is the black man that will die for the United States, man. Kill for him. Will hate a man like me. But then he looked in the face of a true American and he felt like a nigger today. When he ran up those stairs with his little nightstick, he felt like top flight security. And he felt like a nigger. You know why? Because he knew he could not do nothing to those real Americans. If it had been I busting through the window, chasing him up the stairs, I would have been shot, at least beat. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian is in crisis today because you don't have the Lord with you. You are so concerned with America and its laws, you don't understand that you are a sinner according to your God, your power, the Most High who loves you. You have turned your back against him, and you are accepting the ways of the heathen. You are ready to go shed blood because white people decided to attack white people, white infrastructure, white law. It's nothing Israelite biblical about what they are attacking. They are attacking their thing. But you just want to be a part of it, man. You want to be a part of it so bad that you'll forget all of the destruction they've done to your people. You'll forget all of the hate they did last week and said that your vote was fraudulent because it was a black county. That's why. But now you're ready to raise up arms to fight the white man's war? Why ain't you raise arm when you seen the pimps on the block, the dope dealer on the block? Why ain't you raise arms to save your community? But you want to raise arms because white people are mad at each other. You are absolutely disgusting. And that's why the first black senator from Georgia is a pastor. Because they realize that pastors do not give a damn about black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, man. They are leading you totally astray and want you to be a part of a system that wants to see you fail, man. It is against the Lord to follow these people's ways and these people's laws, man. Let's get into some scripture, man. Let's get into some scripture. The book of Psalms 1:1. Blessed, key word, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Man, get the hell out of there. And you let white people fight their wars and handle their affairs. Let me tell you something, man. In the Civil War, you had Buffalo soldiers, you had black people on the Confederate side that fought for the people that wanted slavery, Ak. They wanted slavery, Akwath. But our people fought with them after putting their life on the line. They had to deal with hanging, Jim Crow, police brutality out of control, man. Systemic racism, period. That is after fighting with them. Even the black Hispanics and Native Indians that fought with the so-called good side, America, the North, still had to deal with racism. Why in the hell would you think it would be anything different? And you're sizing up a possible civil war? You're saying to yourself, spitting on the grave of our ancestors, that you're willing to try it again instead of getting some testicular fortitude and fighting with the men of the Lord. You'll fight with them in their war, which, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter which side wins. You are a nigga. You are 3/5 of a man. You are less than. No matter which side wins. Biden just won the presidency. They have the Senate. They have the House. Just like Obama did. Guess what? Nothing's going to happen for you. Nothing besides death and destruction. They just had no charges for the brother that was shot in the back. While all of this is, do you see how beautiful the Lord actually is for those that just look at what's going on and don't bite into these animals' propaganda? Black man gets shot in the back, no charges filed. White people bust up into the Capitol, no shots fired. A black man run away, get killed. White people bust windows out of the Capitol, no shots fired. Are you serious? You are following the ways of wicked people. The sinners are the black leadership that convinces you to vote, to rebel when they want you to rebel. When the pastor says, we got to march, we got to march. It's time to march. That's the sinner, man. The white man's not sinning. The white man's doing what he's supposed to do. That's not a sin. It may be a crime against us, but it is not a sin. When the Bible tells you don't follow that way or that sinner, they're talking about our people that is leading you into destruction. Van Jones almost had another crying moment when he was telling, this is treason. I can't believe this. What do you mean you can't believe this? This is what white people do, man. They have done this through the history of this country. What do you mean you can't believe this? They are the devil the Bible speak of, man, and always have been. Salakia, y'all, bear with me, man, because you know what? When we are talking about the sin and the sinner, we are talking about a people that doesn't care about your salvation. They don't care about your hardship. They think passing a law, giving you $2,000, giving you $500-600 a week, whatever it is, $300 a week plus your insurance, plus your regular unemployment insurance, $4-5, whatever it is a week that it adds up to. That's what they think will help you. But it's not. That's just going to give you a couple of bucks in your pocket. That's it. That doesn't mean that these animals can't shoot you dead in the street. That doesn't mean that their civil war can cause death and destruction to your people, man. Salakia. When I say this class is about sin and sinners and it's very important, let's read what sin is. Let's go to 1 John 3-4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Let me tell you something. The white man was found not guilty because you eat pork. The white man constantly kills you and get away with it because you eat pork. You eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? You fornicate. You're into homosexuality. You lie and you cheat against your people. You do all manner of wickedness. This is why the white man is winning over you. Period. He's not special. He's not that intelligent. He's not strong. He's none of those things. But what he is he's a perfect weapon for Satan against you, man. A perfect weapon for Satan against you. You know why? Because you trust in him more than you trusted the Most High. And it is absolutely not only ridiculous, but it's sad. It's sad. Gangbangers killing themselves on the street right now. Black and Hispanics are killing each other right now. Gang war, drug wars, all of this. But you ready to bear arms for white man affairs? Are you kidding me? Young black women are being kidnapped, murdered, and killed all across this country. Young black men are being locked up for some of the most stupid offenses known to man. But what do you want to do? You want to bear arms and fight because the white man says it's time for civil war? You should have been fighting for your people, not theirs. We have information, key knowledge and information of what happens when us as a people, even individuals, go fight a war for America and white people. What happens when you come home and what happened while you were away to your people? We have the information. We have the facts. It's happened several times before. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, several times before. The black man has left his neighborhood in oppression to join sides with the oppressor over the oppressor's business and ended up destroyed when they come back. If they came back. We got the knowledge, man. Why are you allowing these people to continue to have you in sin? Now listen. In America, an NBA player, a football player makes hundreds of millions of dollars. They're able to make hundreds of billions of dollars because they make the oppressor hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. A black teacher get crumbs. Even though she's teaching a doctrine that's, not good for our people, it doesn't matter. What the point I'm trying to make is those people that are living a life of sin, abuse, are always way up here. But the priests and prophets of the Lord that try to get you out of this mix are so-called down here in the eyes of society. Because the gangster rapper, shoot, shoot, kill, kill, fuck a bitch, and shoot a nigga and all that, they got billions. A priest and a prophet, we making it. We always gonna make it. But in the eyes of society, we're here, they're there. In the eyes of the Lord, we're here, they're there. And let me tell you why. I'm not going to go to the streets fighting for the white man. There's no way in hell. And when I say in hell, I mean in hell, because that's where we are. There is no way in hell I am going to fight for the white man. Let him handle his business. Let them storm the Capitol. Let them go and shoot up the block. I'm going to defend my turf. I'm going to defend my brothers and my sisters in this truth. But I don't give a damn about what the white man says. This is why we say spiritual separation is key. Spiritually being separated from them, we wouldn't give a damn about them storming the Capitol. We wouldn't be talking about treason. We wouldn't be talking about we need to bear arms and it's time to fight against this. Man, you sound stupid. Because the minute you raise arm against another white man, your ass is going to be shot dead. I don't give a damn whose side you on, because the white man's going to have a closed door deal amongst themselves while you're out there getting your head blown off. They're going to work their affairs out. But it's the sinner, man. It's the sinner. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commandant General Yohanna, we are here to help the sinners. We are here to destroy the sin. The white man, let me say it again, is not a sinner. When I say we are here for the sinner, we are here for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, because you are the only ones that can sin, because you are the only ones that was given a law. The white man has never been given a law by God, because God does not deal with them, man, at all. He doesn't deal with them. So when these scriptures telling us not to walk the way of the sinner, blessed will be. It's blessed if we won't act like Al Sharpton. We blessed if we don't act like the Jones cat, Alex Jones, not Alex, whatever his name is, the black crybaby Jones. If we don't act like Reverend Warnock, who said, I'm a senator, but I'm a reverend. Every Sunday, I'm going to be in the pulpit. You know why he said that? Because he wants those white people to know, I'm still a good nigga. I'm still working for you. I'm still going to make sure Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people are stuck on that white boy, Serge Bourgier, that are stuck in white supremacy, because I'm not going to teach them the law is still here. I'm going to teach them the law is done away with. He's that sinner that the Bible speaks of, man. Let's get some more on sin. We just went over how sin is transgression of the law. You know what I'm saying? So now let me read this and I'm gonna break it down. 1 John 5:17. All unrighteousness is sin. There is a Salakia, and there is a sin not unto death. Let me tell you something. It is unrighteous to tell Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, come vote for me. That is unrighteous, man. Vote for you to go to Washington, D.C. to handle white man's affairs? That's unrighteous. That is not the affairs of the Most High. You are not helping Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. You're helping yourself and your lineage. The Warnocks, the Obamas. You see what I'm saying? The whatever the Jacksons, whatever name, political name you want to put to it, those will be names that will go down in the history of white America. It will not go down in the history of being righteous in the Most High's eyes. Do you understand that? The white man says that Martin Luther King was the perfect example for protests and the way that Black people should rebel. He's the perfect example. But they killed him. He was assassinated. So if you listen, the perfect way to rebel is to die in the eyes of the white man. That is the perfect way to protest, to rebel, to present your odds is to die according to them. Let me tell you something, man. The I.S.U.P.K under Command and General Yahanna will be the last men standing, the last Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men standing. We are not cowards. We are not punks. We will fight for the Lord, not Reverend Cornbread. We will not fight because the Reverend wants us to give our life for our enemies. Even you so-called Christians, would you fight for Satan? Although you do daily, but would you knowingly fight for Satan? I would hope you say no. Well, that's what you're doing when you get into white man's affairs. It's none of our business, man. It has nothing to do with us. The Lord wants us to take the baby steps of getting back to the law, following the law as a huge community of Israelites, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, instead of being so divided amongst ourselves, man. Amongst ourselves, we divided. The Lord don't want that for us. And he shows us through our destruction. That's why Tamir Rice can have grown oppressors, white devils, pull up on him with no warning and kill him. That's why the brother could get shot in the back, no charges. That's why Breonna Taylor can be shot dead, no charges. But now you want to fight? You want to fight because white people attacked the Capitol? It's time for civil war? I ask you again, black man. Hispanic man, Native Indian man, what side you gonna be on? Because the white man has made it very clear with conservatives and progressives, whichever part of that diaspora you want to go to, you don't fit in, man. They've made it clear. Their white supremacist president so-called lost. I don't know if they cheated or not. None of my business. But he's so-called lost. And what do? They attack. You should be smart enough to know that if that African by the name of Barack Hussein Obama, show me a black man born, not went to the prison and changed his name. Show me a black man born Barack Hussein Obama that was in Indonesia, that was in Hawaii, and all these different places, never lived the life of a black man ever. Ever. And Salakia, drop that real quick and let me make another point. I was going to say how if that happened for Obama, if he lost and people would trip or whatever the case may be, we ain't even got to go there. Imagine if Obama said the election was rigged. I am not a fan of Obama. I'm just trying to make a point. If he said the election was rigged and you had 15 black men out there protesting, they would have been shot dead. Don't forget the so-called BLM, which is another ridiculous thing I don't support. But don't forget there was death in those protests. The white boy came to the protest with an assault rifle, started an incident, killed somebody, got away because the police let him through. I mean, I understand that Tinder and Plenty of Fish and TikTok, I understand that all of these social media sites are so entertaining to you. I understand that there's hip hop beefs and there's all of that going on. I understand that that's more entertaining to you and you don't know what's going on. This is why we tell you to subscribe to ISUPK.com and all of the content coming from it. If you see ISUPK UK, subscribe. Hollywood Israelites, subscribe. ISUPK Chicago, Indiana, Kentucky, anything out of the Midwest, West Coast, Pacific Northwest, Houston, Dallas, Delaware, New York, Harlem, Yonkers. I could go on and on. Trinidad, Brazil. Anywhere you see an ISUPK class that's asking you to subscribe, subscribe, man. Get this information that the Lord is trying to give you because these people want you dead. They want you to protest. But guess what? You protest with white people this time, you're going to die. Last time you got beat up and arrested. This time, you're going to die because their cousins are going to kill you. Do you understand that? They're not going to turn their cousins in. The man just dropped a bomb, blew the bomb up in Nashville. And according to police reports, they told everybody he was building a bomb. But the white man's like, okay, it's a white man building a bomb. So what? If it was a Sarnaquash or Akbar Hussein Talabib, they would have raided it and stopped it. You in over your head. It's none of your business. Be concerned with sin and sinners. As I said before, the white man can't sin. So you be concerned with those Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians who can sin that are on his side, man. Don't follow them. Don't follow their ways. Let the white people and the conservatives and Trump, let them all win. Let them don't give us vaccines. Let them take the food route. Let them shut the water off. Let them put us in a position where the Lord knows we'll come together under his law and the Lord will strike. That's far-fetched for you. But you'll believe the white man to protect you. What would happen if there was a few Black people on those steps? Not the Black security guards for the white man. But if there was a counter protest with Black people at the Capitol, what do you think would have happened with them Black people? You need to wake up, man. You need to wake up. And, you know, we're going to get back into some scripture because I just think that no matter what we do, the Black man that loves that white man will always make an excuse for him. Always. Oh, well, I don't believe that Trump is going to do this. Justice will reign. And if he does do that, we'll forget about it. That's what they said. That Collier, whatever the cat, the cat that where is he from? He's from I want to say South Carolina. The congressman for South Carolina that really helped Biden's candidacy. He came on and was basically saying, don't worry about that. That's over. When he's inaugurated, we got a president and we're going to move forward. That's what he's telling you. Because that sinner is going to make excuses for their sin and the crimes that the other people are committing, man. They'll make excuses for it. And you know what you'll be? You'll be stuck in that void, man. You'll be stuck in that void and you'll be in that trap. Let me read something real quick. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, it is, you know, having a heavy heart is having a heavy mind. That means that your mind is just working, man. I love my people, man, and it's so sickening to see the traps that y'all fall for, man. Ecclesiasticus, man, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. Let me tell you something. You're not going to convince Vance Jones, that's his name. You're not going to convince Vance Jones that the white man is the devil. You're not going to do it. You're not. He see white people jumping through the window. He see N bombs and nigga this and go back here and do this, that, and the other. It's not white people. He's going to make excuses for his sin, and his sin is following the ways of the heathen, loving those people who hate him just to be accepted. There's something about fame when you're allowed in these exclusive parties with the white man. And you got a senator or a state senator or a congressman or congresswoman. You know, you have somebody from the president's cabinet. You have so-called esteemed people there. And now you feel like you belong because you're now able to break bread with your oppressor. Ignorance, man. Our people are dying because of the lack of knowledge, man. Dying. And Commanding General Yahanna kept this truth so that a brother like me and brothers like me throughout this truth could pick that knowledge up and sit here and teach it. We got many haters, man. Some close as can be to us. But we don't stop, man. We fight. You know why? Because we don't walk the way of the heathen. We don't walk the way of the sinner. We don't do what the pagans do. We don't go where the pagans go. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We allow them to live that life. We light incense up. We put our memorabilia, our things in front of a camera. And we teach Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, the hardest people to teach on the planet. But we do it because we love you. And we know where we were. While the people in the world want a weed sack. They don't even know what happened in Washington, D.C. They want to go buy some weed. There's a new strand at the weed bank. There's a new female move down the street. You know what I'm saying? There's a new pair of shoes out. There's some new skinny jeans. Grills are cheaper now. Whatever the case may be, they want that. They're not concerned with white people attacking white people, asking for Black people to fight. They're not concerned with that. They're only concerned with the world. And that's why Christ said, love not the world. Don't love the world. Love these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because being in sin is basically you having a death wish. I believe that's what Trump told the Republican Party. You either support me or you have a death wish. Well, guess what, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians? Either you support the Most High or you have a death wish, man. I'm going to move on to Numbers 32 and 23. But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord, and be sure your sin will find you out. I read that scripture because Everything these brothers is doing to lead our people astray, to lead our people to fight a war that is certain death, that sin will be exposed. And the priests and prophets of the ISUPK will expose it all night long. It's going to be exposed tomorrow, doing many scripture breakdowns. That's why I told you to subscribe to ISUPK content, because their sins will be found out. They don't think you know, and you probably don't know, but we do. The priests and the priests and prophets of the Lord know what these animals are doing. Lying about your salvation, lying about all of this crap to keep you in the pulpit, to pay tithes, and have you about to die in record numbers. Because let me tell you something. If you go all the way back to the draft wars in New York, the white man attacked the black man because he didn't want to sign up for the draft. White people have a history of attacking black people when they have an issue with their own. The Civil War killed, let me tell you something. The Civil War killed so many black people, man. So many black people were killed and executed because the white man had to fight his own. What do you think's going to happen today? Because you believe you're on the right side, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, and you black. Make no mistake about it, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. There are many black people on the Republican side that wish they could have been on the steps of the Capitol jumping through the window. But they also understand they wouldn't have been safe. And they still wish they would have been there. They still wish they could have been there to fight on the side of their oppressor. Just like you other niggas wish you can fight on the side of yours. Well, we're going to tell you. The ISUPK under Commander General Yohanna wants you to fight on neither side. Wants you to get up. Get in class, man. Cover your head if you're a sister. Put on all black if you're a brother. Get in class and learn why you should never be concerned with the ways of these animals, man. They're not concerned about you. They are not telling you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So I want to read a powerful scripture because I want you to know what the Lord thinks of your pastor, or what the Lord thinks of your political analyst, what the Lord thinks of your congressman, what the Lord thinks of your newly elected senator, your appointed, a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian in the presidential cabinet, and all of the dope dealers and all of our people as a whole. I want you to hear what the Lord, Salakia, what the Most High thinks of these people. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners. Whole nother class. Whole nother class. But that's what he thinks about y'all. And don't forget, we read that sin is transgression of the law. The Most High hates you, man. Hates you. And will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Let me tell you something, man. Trying to be assimilated into America is a sin against God. Trying to follow the ways of America and be an American is against God. And God hates you, man. Hates you. I understand. That's harsh. That's harsh. No one wants to hear that because you don't even think God hates. Although the Bible just said it. You believe God just hates the sin and not the sinner. Although we just read he hates the sinner. He hates you. You know why? Because you are so destructive to his people. He has a road that his people can travel and be undefeated, untouched. Even when they hit, they untouched. Like the men got in a furnace, got in a fire and didn't get burnt. They was in the fire though. That's us. We in the fire, man. It's hitting us, but we not getting burnt, man. You with your doubt, you with your silly doubt, man, and your weakness, you are the ones that's going to be destroyed. Real quickly, I also want y'all to understand something that they're not telling you. And it's so obvious, though, and I can't believe y'all don't get this. I can't believe y'all don't get this, man. So since you don't get it, let me read something real quick. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. See, we got to trust the Lord. Your own understanding, these conspiracy theories and all that you have, dead it. And understand that the Lord wants you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's it. Who cares about all this other stuff you got going on? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Put forth your effort to do so. And don't lean on your own understanding because you don't know what the hell is going on. The Lord brought a pandemic. How do you know what the vaccine's about? You're going to sit here and tell everybody don't take it? You don't know what the hell the vaccine's about. It could be the Lord bagging up from it. I don't know. All I do know is if I need it, I'm going to take it. That's what I know. I'm not going to go on my own understanding because I have the utmost faith that the Most High got me, man. The Most High got me. All I got to do is just continue being the priest and the prophet of the Lord, man. That's what I got to do. And the Lord got me, man. James, Salakia. Chapter 1, verse 6. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind. And you ever heard that saying? You go anywhere the wind blow, man. That's what sinners do. They go anywhere the wind blow. But if you ask unwavering, with confidence, because you know you're following the law, statutes, and commandments, you know the Most High is everything to you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about their civil war. Of course, prepare yourself. Get food, get rations, get weapons, all of that. The reason why you want that is to defend yourself. If you were worried, you would want that to attack. That would be what you would get to attack. We ain't attacking nothing. We just want to be in a position to lay something down if it encroaches our space. But until we get to the point where we can do that, we ain't worried about it. The Lord got us, man. The Lord gonna provide weapons, food, whatever you need when it's needed. I guarantee it. That don't mean you just waiting on, just wait and think food gonna fall on the floor, or you eat and think that you're gonna have weapons all of a sudden. You work towards it, and the Lord gonna provide, man. Part of that whole sin and sinner thing is because they have no faith in the Lord. None. They have faith in our oppressor. This is why a so-called reverend, think about this for a minute. A so-called reverend in the church of Martin Luther King, what is it, Ebenezer? That's like the Scrooge, ain't it? Ebenezer Scrooge, Salakia. But in Martin Luther King's church, where Martin Luther King was over, they just elected a black minister, preacher, as senator, who said he's going to continue preaching. Wait a minute. Christ said, love not the world. You have to love America and the world if you want to be a senator of it. And he says it proudly. I love America. Well, guess what? How are you a preacher? How are you a minister saying you love America? Show me where Christ said he loved Rome. Where is it? That was the government in control in his time. Show me where he loved the government of Israel. Christ loved not the world. And he loved the ways of his Father, our Father. Salakia. Man, I guess I get a little too heated up here. He didn't love the ways of this world, man. What did he love? The ways of his Father, man. The ways of the Israelites. He loved it so much he put his life on the line, man. Fought, was ready to die, all of that. Man, let me tell you something, man. It's very powerful, but it's very simple at the same time, man. The Most High wants you to follow his ways and not the ways of America. Salakia, man, I knocked the menorah down. But man, look, it's not a game, man. It's not a game. Hey, Salakia. Hey, Kanaya. Yeah. Y'all bear with me, man. I know I done got heated and knocked the menorah down. And we love the Lord around here. We're gonna put the menorah back up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put the menorah back up. But hey, Salaki, I can't apologize for my passion, man, because people are going to die. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are going to die, man. It's serious. We're going to get locked up in droves because the Democrats won. Just like when Obama won, everything went down for black people, man. But y'all so unaware. You have so much doubt in the Lord, and you have so much faith in the sinners that you don't understand that Obama's victory brought death and destruction for black and Hispanics, man. So will Biden's. You got to pay for that. Me, I don't give a damn. You know why? Because Biden is Trump. Biden is Bush. Biden is Obama. Obama is Clinton. Clinton is Nixon. They're all the same. They're part of a fraternity. And did you know they only hold the office? There's actually only 44. Now, not count. If we count Biden, there's 45 presidents that held the office. Biden will be the 46th president. But George Washington always holds the office. That dead man is always the commander in chief. Look it up. That old Mason, that pagan, is always the commander in chief. Obama held the office. And you know what? Senator Harry Reid, and I've said this so many times, have y'all studied it? Google Senator Harry Reid says Obama has no Negro dialect. Google that. Take a quick second and Google Harry Reid says Obama has no Negro dialect. Do you know what that means? In other words, Harry Reid was willing to support Barack Obama because he had nothing to do with black people. That scared them. That actually scared them of having a son of a slave being in the highest position, the most powerful so-called man on earth. They're afraid to give a son of the slave that, because what if a black man that is the son of a slave get into that position and start acting like Trump did? What can that black man do? What could he accomplish? But since Obama had no Negro dialect, Harry Reid, who was the majority leader at that time, said, I'll support him. Because he's a stinking African and he doesn't care about black people. He'll be a great face to show that America's diverse. He'll be great for us. And all of those black people, man, those sinners who got you to believe that, The Lord gonna get them, man. They gonna pay for that. But it's time for you to stop believing in that. Come to the ISUPK, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it was just so ridiculous to hear a sister tell me about a fake Israelite group. And, my question to her was, why do you support those brothers? Because I was just curious. And everything she said was female stuff, single wife and, a bunch of female stuff. And I say that to say this: we are a people that will allow sinners, liars, effeminate men, weak people to control us. We're so powerful, but we will allow weak people to control us, man. And I'm tired of it, man. I'm sick of it, man. I'm really sick of it. It is so disgusting, man. Because Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are such a powerful and beautiful people that if we would ever come together, Christ would come and this would be heaven on earth, man. That's how glorious it would be. That would be the easy way to make Christ come. Why does it have to be destruction? Why do you have to die when you could just come together? And then that'll make the white man attack. And then guess what? We got an army, man. I know it's so hard to believe. I know you don't want to believe it. I know you only believe what the white man tells you. Let me read something real quick. Matthew 21:21. Yahushua answered and said unto them, verily, I say unto you, if ye have faith and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if ye shall unto this mountain be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done. Faith can, what's that? The Twinkle Brothers reggae song. Faith can move mountains, man. If you just believe. You don't believe. You believe in the white man's military. You believe in them testing these stealth bombers and these precision weapons and all of that. Let me ask you a question. The white man got all of these bombs and these precision weapons. Al-Qaeda, not ISIS, but Al-Qaeda is still on the earth. So their bombs and all of that stuff didn't destroy Al-Qaeda. They're still there. All of their guns and their bombs didn't destroy ISIS. They're still there. It didn't destroy the Vietnamese. They're still there. The Koreans are still there. The white man in the South is still there. The white man weapons are not as powerful as y'all think. You have millions of angels, and I said that. You have millions of angels ready to defend you. Become worthy of that. Become worthy of that. Become worth it. This law that we are under is not done away with. Our oppressor wants you to think that because it's so easy to control you when you are unruly against your father. Think of a pimp, and a pimp that can control a woman. Is it easy for him to control a woman that's following her father's ways, or the one rebelling against her father? That white man is a pimp, man. He's a pimp. He's proved it. He's put your tail to work for free and took all the money, all the credit. He pimped our people because our people called him daddy, called him master, called him Lord, instead of calling unto our Father. We got a Father, a jealous Father, a protective Father, a Father of war. But we'll let these bastards take advantage of us, man. We'll let these bastards beat us. That's what we are, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. We battered wives. I said that. We beat up and battered, walking around here with a black eye, defending our assailant because y'all love him. You love him. And you don't think you can live without him, just like a woman being abused. She don't think she can live without him. She don't think she's good enough to have better. You know what? We are battered women. We need a shade tree. And that shade tree is the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. To follow them, to put our chin up high enough to defend our damn self, man. We got everything we need, man. We are the Lord's chosen people, a special people above all people of the planet Earth, man. There's nothing better than a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, or child. I said it and I meant it. It is a fact. You are the best. But for some reason, you want to act like the least. And there's nothing least about you, man. Let this white man fight his war. Let them kill each other. You're going to offer your body? But before you do that, maybe let's go down to the ghetto and let's offer our bodies to stop drug dealers selling drugs to pregnant women. Let's go offer our bodies to stop those same pregnant women to aborting their babies. Let's go offer our bodies in death. Let's go offer it to stop Black men and Black women from destroying their household. Let's stop that. Let's put our life on the line to stop gang banging. To stop just senseless murdering of each other. Who gives a damn about white people stepping on the steps of a Capitol? You're ready for war? Let's get the dope dealers off the block. Let's get the pimps off the block. Let's give the whores refuge. Let's give the babies that are being molested defense. And let's destroy all of that wickedness before we be concerned with the white man's affairs. I said earlier, and I meant it. We have written and video record of what happens when we defend white people and their affairs. You are still a monkey. You are still a second-class citizen. You are still a threat. If you're going to be a threat to those that are a threat to your community. Be a threat to those that are a threat to stopping your community from believing that these laws, statutes, and commandments are done away with. Don't go to the Capitol. Go to your local Christian church and get that panderer the hell out of there. Vote him out instead of voting him in. You voted him into Washington, D.C. You have a pastor that has made it to the mountaintop. So now our black boys want to be senators and preachers, NFL players, rappers. If y'all don't get y'all tacky ass up out of here, that's what the children of the Most High have to look forward to, being for entertainers. That's all you are, is a entertainer, politician, football player or athlete, rap star, preacher. You are an entertainer and someone that is a soothsayer. You're someone that brings peace and blindness. I watch a football game. I may not be worried about what the white man's trying to do to me. That's what it's designed for. It's worth giving them $100 million contract to keep you blind. There's only one black man right now that I can think of that deserves $100 million contract, and that is Commanding General Yohanna. Period. He deserves $40 million a year because his form, if you want to call it entertainment, brings you towards salvation. Me catching an 80-yard touchdown does nothing but make you hoop and holler for a minute. These white people are about to attack. And Commander General Yohanna has been speaking of this. It's biblical. Racial wars are biblical. If you do not believe that these white people will attack Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians if they have to fight each other, you don't know history. It's happened more than once. From the draft all the way to the 60s. To today. When white people have to fight each other, they blame you, Black man. They blame you, Hispanic man. They blame you, Native Indian man. It's your fault. So as they conspire to blow up and kill each other, they're going to get you in the meantime. During the civil rights, that was a war. That's why black churches was bombed. Do you think black churches was bombed because they was bored? Man, y'all, listen, man. Stop being ridiculous, man. Black churches was bombed because that was a viable target during the war in the 60s. And it'll be a viable target again. And we telling y'all to get the hell out of those churches. Make your reverend hang his alligators and his suits up and put on fatigues. House the homeless. Have armed guards around that joint all night long. Feed the poor. Turn your church over to Commanding General Yohanna and let the Commanding General show you what that property is best used for, man. It's not best used for you to let a candidate come in to campaign. Let me read a couple more scriptures, man. Because the white man, I understand, it's so hard for y'all to admit he is the devil the Bible speak of. I understand. It's hard for you to admit that. But ultimately, you can admit it because you listen to these men of sin, because you are of sin and a sinner, and you have doubt, man. Let me go ahead and read. I'm going to go to Isaiah 41:10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Read the Bible. What the hell you need to vote for after reading that? How do you read Isaiah 41:10 and go vote? The Lord said he got you. He didn't say reach out to someone else. He didn't say stand in line. He didn't say be affected by this. No, man. He wants you to understand that faith in him makes you undefeated. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can defeat you. You got faith in the Most High, and the Most High has your back. How can you lose? Even for those that think you losing, you winning. Do you have to show the world how good you're doing? Or can you just know that the Lord knows? I'm going to say this again, man. Any content the ISUPK under Commander General Yohanna puts out, subscribe to it. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Don't worry about what these white people are doing. Commander General Yohanna has been telling you to get ready for this for over a year. Over a year. If I may, I don't want to, misquote the Commander General, but I remember over a year ago he said that these people are going to be tripping like this, man. It's and hold on, Salakia. Before that, I've been in this truth 5 years. I'm going on my 6th year in this truth. And I know damn well since I've been in this truth before he's been warning of this. Salakia. Don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised, Akim, Akwathium. Don't, man. Don't listen to all of these fake groups. These fake groups secretly voted, secretly support America, just want to be an Israelite by fashion, man. I wear purple. I got fringes on my t-shirt. I'm an Israelite. Man, get the hell out of here. Understand that sin is transgression of the law. The Most High hates sinners. And you are sinning if you are not following every law, statute, and commandment of the Most High. You sinning, man. Understand that. You sinning. With that, let me tell you something. I'm going to say Shalom, Lord of Christ, because I got to get, man, look, I got to get on mine. Because it's that time, man. And understand that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Shalom.